Tribal Health and Human Services Department of the Confederated Salish and Kootenai Tribes is proud to present Good Medicine, a program dedicated to the wellness of the Flathead Nation. The mission is summarized quite simply: a healthier people, a stronger nation. We will strive to make good medicine a reliable source of ideas and information about health issues so that everyone can make informed decisions about their own lifestyle and health care. You will meet health professionals, tribal government and spiritual leaders, and interesting people from the tribal community discussing important health issues that profoundly affect us all.
I'm Roxanne Coleman-Herrick. I'm hosting Good Medicine today, and I have two wonderful, wonderful people that we're going to be learning about today. First, we have Heidi Wallace, who is with the National Coalition Building Institute in Missoula. And we also have Rosalinda de la Luna, which I love that name, who's going to be talking to us a little bit, sharing some life experiences with us and telling us about what PFLAG is about. So, welcome to the show, and I'd like to jump right into it by this National Coalition Building Institute. Tell us about that. What is it? When was it established? And
the National Coalition Building Institute is an international organization, but Missoula has had a chapter for the past 11 years. And we're a training organization dedicated to ending mistreatment, reducing prejudice, and strengthening communities. And I do all the work with young people in schools and training educators throughout the state.
So right now you are based in Missoula, but this is international.
Yeah, the chapters are individually run and led. So Missoula's chapter has been there. It was founded by Ami Thurber, and it's been there about 11 years.
Wonderful. Now, earlier in the program, you was talking about how since this Respect Club, there's something going on in Missoula it's one of the programs under the National Coalition Building Institute called the Respect Clubs. Mm-hmm. I'm very, very interested to hear what you have to say about where that's going.
The Respect Club is a great program we offer to the middle schools in Missoula. It's an after-school program that we provide through the flagship program, which is an after-school program. And what we do is we meet weekly with a very diverse group of students. We try to tap into different groups and cliques and class, and we just try to really reach out to a diverse group of students. And we meet weekly to really discuss the issues that they see in their school and community, and work on ways to create the change that they want to see in their schools. So we focus on racism, homophobia, sexism, adultism. We talk a lot about the cycle of violence. We do skill building on how to interrupt prejudicial comments and remarks. And then every year the students decide what they want to share to the community based on what we've been working on all year. And that's why last year they did the documentary Inside Out, and the year before they published a book. So they think real big and real passionately about these issues, and really wanting to be a driving force behind creating those changes. It's amazing.
Thank you. Let's skip over a little bit. We're going to be coming back to you, but I wanted to skip over to Rosalinda. When we talk about diversity, tell us a little bit about PFLAG, and this all ties in so nicely. PFLAG and the National Coalition Building Institute, and there's an alliance that's growing out there that's exciting. Tell us about PFLAG.
I want to thank you so much for having me here today. It's a real pleasure to be with both of you, and I think that both organizations dovetail each other. All three organizations kind of dovetail each other regarding like social justice issues within our community and within our country. PFLAG it stands for Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays, and we are a chapter similar to what you are in Missoula, based in Missoula. However, we do outreach, of course, up into this area, and PFLAG is just a wonderful organization that's a national organization that we have many chapters all across the country. We actually do have some chapters, other chapters here in the state of Montana. We're a fairly new chapter. This particular chapter, I'm on the board of directors for this organization as the vice chair, and I also do event directing for them as well. What PFLAG does, and I brought our mission statement, is to promote the health and well-being of gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender persons, their families and friends, through support to cope with adverse society, education to enlighten an ill-informed public, and advocacy to end discrimination, and to secure equal rights. Parents and Friends and Families and Lesbians and Gays provides opportunities for dialogue about sexual orientation and gender identity, and acts to create a society that is healthy and respectful of human diversity. So you can imagine why I had to print this out.
That was a mouthful.
Yes. And people are more than welcome to go to our website as well. We have a website of our chapter, and it's www.pflagmissoula.org. And one of the wonderful things that we're able to do is we want to be able to be a resource to the community. And PFLAG is just not a gay organization. It encompasses all different kinds of sexual orientations, different people from different walks of life, different people, different color, different cultures. In parents that are coping through their children that are coming out, and coming out is just another way of individuals telling the truth or speaking from the heart. And so PFLAG wants to be there for support of the family members and even people from the GLBT community and community there. To be a resource and to educate the community about these different kinds of social justice issues and discrimination that happens within our communities, our schools, our families, that basically can lead to terrible things like hate and hate crimes, and then ultimately suicide as well.
I can see it's a perfect dovetail. I mean, the timing couldn't be more wonderful to really be building some alliances, doing some networking, some collaborating, and most certainly educating our communities. There's nothing worse to hear from a teenager, I don't fit in. Mm-hmm. There is nothing that is more heartbreaking or gut-wrenching than someone who says, I just don't fit in. And so if you compound that with the other issues that life is going to bring to us, it's like that's when a person really does become very vulnerable and at risk for suicide. Mm-hmm. So prevention through education is going to be paramount in the future, and I'm so happy to be a part of both of your organizations. Now, you had said, Heidi, that this is an international organization. How big is NCBI?
Well, it's at a lot of college campuses throughout the United States. There's chapters in Brazil, in the UK, in Switzerland. So it's really great to know that all throughout the world there's people working on the same issues of social justice. But it's also really good for us to be able to network with each other, and especially with the youth programs, to just, we shared our movie Inside Out with a chapter in